Now it is time to work on Prana Sarira. Actually, first when you enter into this being unclutched, your mind will try all its games and you will feel that there is nothing, all kinds of empty feelings. Some people will not feel anything because they slept. Always, the initial level I make people catharsize. That is why once they do little catharsis, they don't sleep, they don't fall asleep. But here it is such a deep technique. Even catharsis can disturb you unclutching. Anyway, the next level it will go deep, it's okay. At least the next meditations, don't miss. If you are unclutched, even in the sleep, it's okay, it's really beautiful, nothing wrong. But you are not mastered that much that you are able to unclutch yourself in the sleep. In the waking state itself, you are not able to unclutch means. All right. Now let's work on the pranic layer, means next level. Next level, how you connect yourself, all the movements. See, prana is related to your movements, your desire. Whatever gives you energy to move, inspiration to move, that is directly connected to prana. It is because of prana you move. It is because of prana your body is still alive. It's like a fuel. It's like a fuel. Sometimes desires give you the energy to move. Sometimes fear gives you the energy to move. All these things are prana. Now how you clutch yourself with these things and create suffering? How you connect yourself with these things and create suffering? If you look deeply, you can't segregate actually. The physical, the Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, you can't separate. There is no clear separation. For the sake of our understanding, see this, throughout these 2 days, I am trying to take you deeper and deeper into your being. Trying to give you the same truth without you feeling bored. Actually, this whole 2 days is a single session of working, understanding that you are unclutched and allowing the truth to sink in your being. But your mind is so cunning, you will start creating one more shaft called boredom. Oh, it is boring. The moment you create that shaft, boredom, nothing can be done. You will not allow this truth to work on you. That's why I am cooking in a different way. The same thing, and I am offering to you. Now we will work on the desires, how we connect and see, and even when we don't feel the same pleasure, same joy from that object, we force ourselves either to feel or believe to feel that same joy. Continuously how we bind ourselves with the concept of joy, with the concept of bliss, with something or other. Actually, when you are exactly having the experience, if you look into that, it will not be joy as you think. After having the experience, you may remember and connect that as a joy. That is why you always enjoy the photograph, not the reality. Why do you think constantly you are busy with photographing? After going back to your house, you will sit and enjoy the photograph. Oh, I went to South Africa, it was such a joy. But when you are in that place, it was not joy. If you are enjoying, you won't bother about photographing. Constantly you make things as a memory and enjoy the memory, not the reality itself, not when it is happening. When it is happening, It is so dull, it is so boring, but you don't want to think or understand the truth that it is dull or boring. Somehow you just wanted to pour some juice on it and visualize it is juicy. Every moment you think, you see in your life, you always make everything a sweet memory and enjoy the memory. Not when it happens. When you are really getting married or when you are really in some program, you will not be enjoying that. But afterwards you will be sitting with the album and enjoying it. Exactly when it was happening, you must be completely in tension or stress. What is happening with this? What is happening with that? Constantly you trying to bring the memories back and enjoying itself is nothing but you are enjoying only the connected thoughts, not the thing itself when it is happening. If you look into the joys or the things which drives you, which makes you run, if you penetrate all those things with this truth that you are unclutched, you will get beautiful insights how you are playing with yourself. See, in these 2 days, all I am trying to do is to give you a clear, truthful, honest idea about yourself. Then automatically that will change your activities, words, deeds, your decisions about everything. Everything will be taken care once you have a clear idea about your identity and yourself. Unless you have a clear idea about your identity, no morality or no changing your life will help you. You can try your best to change your life, but nothing will help. Any instruction you will follow as long as you have inspiration. I have seen people, we did few surveys also, how many people do meditation? Maximum is 20%. And that also for 10 days, not more than that. We did a survey in last 3 years, we have done meditation to 250,000 people. 250,000 people have taken our LBP programs all over the world. 250,000 is not small number in 3 years especially. We have touched 250,000 people, and the survey says hardly 20% continue to meditate. Any instruction you will follow only as long as you have inspiration. Really, just 2 months ago only I started thinking seriously. Then what can help people? By giving meditation, my organization is growing, but they are not growing. I wanted to find some way to transform people permanently, give them the transformation as a solid experience. Then I came up with this Dhyanasparana program. I thought, or I can say that I felt really intuitively, if people can have clear experience about their self, that can completely change their attitude towards the world, towards the life, towards their desires, towards their fear, towards the guilt, or whatever is inspiring them, whatever is making them run. It's like instead of cutting the leaves, straight away work on the root. Cutting the leaves is not going to help. Sometime if you cut the leaves, tree grows faster. And so changing the actions is not going to help. Maybe the changing the concept about yourself, giving you the truth in the core level, maybe that can help you, maybe that can inspire you to transform your whole life. That's the reason I am trying to work. See, I am giving you the torch. You apply in every step. Here in this program, my earlier programs, your participation is not required. Just do what I say, that's enough. Nothing else is required. But here, I am only giving you the torch. Your participation is important. You need to take the torch and look into yourself with this truth you need to work on yourself. You need to direct your attention towards your being. Now, take few minutes and see how your desires are connected and created as shaft, how they drive you, and how you don't find what you want in that object, and even after finding why you don't want to drop that object and try to force joy on that object or try to force yourself on that object, sometimes you can't accept there is nothing outside. Then you feel empty. Then you feel the fear of loneliness. What for I am living? What for I am running? What is going on? You feel complete depression. People are afraid that if all the joys and hopes are taken away, they may become depressed beings. Let it be very clear, depression will never happen when you know the truth. Depression will happen only if the objects are taken away and truth is not given to you. Then you may get depressed. You may fall in tamas. Now, I am doing two things. One, taking away the objects. Second, giving you the truth. You will never fall into depression. Don't bother. And in the path towards the truth, when you travel towards the truth, even if you fall in depression for a few days, nothing wrong. It's worthy. It is a worthy thing. Traveling towards the truth is the life. Either today or tomorrow. One day you have to do that. Earlier you do, better for you. Now, you can just take a few minutes. If you want to sit with closed eyes, you can. Or if you just want to sit with open eyes, whatever way you want. Just contemplate how you connect in your life. If you want, you can read whatever you have written in the morning, your mind, the specimen of your mind, and you can see how you connect in every inch. I want you to understand completely this truth and apply. That's what in Vedanta we say, Shravana, listening, Manana, contemplating, and Nididhyasana, expressing. Now you heard, try to contemplate how you are connecting and creating shafts. All the prana means the energy which drives you. All your desires are somewhere or other connected shafts. It is just nothing but connected shaft. How you create shaft to drive you. And even after running, when you don't find anything, how you justify the shaft, how you don't suspect yourself. Constantly you suspect everybody, but you never suspect yourself. You don't suspect your decisions. You don't suspect your lifestyle. You don't suspect the decisions which are base for your life. And you suspect everything else. When something goes wrong, you suspect everybody and everything, but you never suspect the root cause of you, that your identity itself. Please start contemplating. After a few minutes, I will answer your questions related to this subject. I want you to contemplate on this one single truth. This single truth can liberate you completely. This single truth has got power to liberate you from all the problems, whether it is physical or mental or emotional level or spiritual level. This one truth can take away all the miseries